how to use a teleprompter, how to look natural, how to make it look like you're not reading. We're going to talk about all of that today so that you can have confidence in using a teleprompter and delivering your message. Now, if you're trying to build your brand or build your business through video and you're wanting to do stuff like this or maybe like this, then you have come to the right place. I am Corey Turner. My channel is Corey at Random. And right now I'm doing Corey at Random video coaching. I am dedicated to helping you wrap your head around social media video and how to do it. And they've all lied to you because it's not easy. It actually is hard, and you have to have the right coach. And hopefully you like my style. I'm very patient. I'm very laid back. And hopefully that works for you. Today we're going to talk about using a teleprompter. Now I'm going to go through and use CapCut as a teleprompter. But you can use, there's other teleprompters you can use as well. There's captions, there's teleprompter, there's quite a few different ones out there. But I'm going to stay with CapCut today. CapCut is one that I absolutely love and I use it for a lot of editing. As a matter of fact, some of the videos we're going to be doing here in the near future, we're going to use CapCut. I do use the pro version, and if you're going to do the teleprompter, well, you kind of have to have the pro version for that. So let's jump in here and let me show you how I use a teleprompter and how I train people and coach people to use a teleprompter. Okay, so first I'm going to be using an iPhone. We're going to jump over here and we're going to jump into my notes section. Now, why? Because I've already written my script out. So whether you go to ChatGPT, whether you're using whichever AI platform you use, go ahead, jump over there, write your script and get it done. Now, I can show you in future videos, we're going to talk about how to take stuff from articles and things you see online, turn those into scripts, and then be able to do those using this teleprompter, but this is a good place to start. So right here it is. This is kind of a channel description. I am just going to copy this, right? So I'm going to highlight and copy it. So I used notes, I wrote it all down, and then I highlighted it and copied it so that now I have it on to my clipboard. So now I can use it somewhere else. I'm going to jump over here and we're going to go into CapCut. Now I'm already into CapCut, but we're going to exit out of CapCut. Not exit out, we're going to go to the main menu. Most of the time when you sign into CapCut, you're going to see something like this. This is probably the main menu you're going to jump into, which is great, okay? The more stuff you use, I'm getting Facebook notifications. The more stuff you use, the more things you do, then you're going to see more things pop up. Now, what I want to do is I want to hit the expand button. That's the one there in that top right-hand corner. And I already have a teleprompter button. You can see that I use teleprompter quite a bit. You may not. It may not have built those hotkeys in for you. So I want you to hit camera. Okay, so we're going to hit camera. And there I am. Hello. I'm here and I'm here. Camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of be focusing here, but let me show you how we use a teleprompter, okay? Now up here, see this button right there? That's your teleprompter button. It's that easy, right? So I'm going to click it. Okay, now this is my teleprompter screen. You got three main buttons when you're using your teleprompter. You've got this one right here, which allows you, if I hold it, I can move my teleprompter around. Okay, good deal. The one over here on this side, if I click it, this allows me to decide how fast I talk, what font size is best for me, and depending upon maybe what I'm wearing or what I'm doing, what color I need that script to be, so that if I'm wearing a white shirt, I may not want white script because I won't be able to see it, or for my background is mainly white. So we're not going to do that. So right now we're going to use this. Just going to exit out of that. We'll come back in. Now the middle one, this is Pro, because this is where I'm going to put my text in. Now, here's what I'm going to highlight this. We're going to get rid of the text that's here. It's going to have something written for you. I'm going to hit select all, and then I'm going to hit return 3 times. Now, here's why I hit return 3 times when I'm using this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then I paste in my script that I copied from my notes on my phone. I'm going to hit apply. Okay, so now it is ready to go. Here's the reason I did this. If I hadn't hit 3 spaces, this is going to be right, the words are going to be right up to the top of this box, which means when I hit go, it's going to give me a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then I better be ready to roll because that's going to slip off my screen really fast. I don't want it to do that because I can talk fast. It's probably more psychological than anything else, but I don't want to feel like sometimes I feel like I'm rushed. So if you just return a few times, even when it starts moving, you've got a moment or two to take a deep breath. And remember, that's what we're doing here. We're talking to one person. We're relaxing. We're not trying to talk to a million people. This isn't the 10 o'clock news. We're just talking to our friend, our ride or die, our best friend. So you don't want to be rushed. You just want to be able to jump into it. Okay, now let me show you this. If you notice, my text is right here on the screen. Do you see that? Okay. So I'm going to move this, and I want you to look at something. Okay. You can drop this in the comments if you want. And by the way, be sure to follow if you're watching this on one of the platforms where you can follow or like or do that. On some other platforms, there's private groups, and you can join those private groups. That's where I'm showing a lot of this stuff and a lot of my tutorials. So make sure you're joining, you're following. Also comment, because I'm willing to help. We're going to be doing Zoom calls where you can jump on and I'll walk you through things. You want to be part of the community. Okay, so look at me right now. Am I looking at you? Does it feel like I'm looking at you? Am I looking at you now? How about now? How about now? Now? Camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two. Okay. Here's the problem. When I look here, where I'm looking at right now is my camera, and I should be looking right dead at you, okay? Once I look at you there and then I drop down and start reading, your brain, which is a conspiracy theorist, it's a puzzle solver, it likes to solve puzzles. An idle mind is an uneasy mind. That's why you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to solve a problem you didn't know you had when you went at 9, because your brain just can't be at rest. Its job is to keep you safe from wild animals in the world and all that kind of stuff. So the second it sees something that's a little out of place, kind of like when you see yourself on video, we're going to talk about that, why you don't like to see yourself or hear yourself. Your brain's trying to solve a puzzle of what is wrong. So if I'm looking at you here, hi, and then I start reading, man, your brain is immediately going to be like, something's up. This guy's reading. I don't trust him as much. Well, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. He can't just talk. So you don't want to do that, okay? So if I'm looking at you, that's bad. So what I do is I establish right here, this is where I'm looking. So I'm looking right here. I never look away, because this is where my text is going to be going. It's going to be scrolling up from here. And if I look right there, then I'll always look like I'm looking at you. Now, the further away I am, the better it is. But this is better than, hi everybody. Hello, my name is Corey Turner. Okay, don't even know his name, right? So you don't want to do that. So you establish here. Now, while you're talking, when you finish and you get to the end, you want to be, have a great day. You don't want to look up at the camera. Never look at the camera. Establish your line of sight right here. Your audience is going to their brain's going to fall into the fact that you're looking at them. Don't deviate. So even when you're done, just smile and keep looking in this area. Sorry, I guess I didn't go on Do Not Disturb, so all kinds of stuff's dropping in. Okay, now another thing. Movement hides movement. So if you're watching some of my tutorials and help videos on how to walk and film stuff, where you lose is when you try to be very, very still, right? I've got another old phone over here. If I'm trying to film something, sorry, if I'm trying to film something and I'm trying to be perfectly still, it's hard to be still, and that looks like movement. So when I'm filming, I will move the camera around slightly, right? Now, when I'm talking to you, I don't want to do this. Hello, my name is Corey Turner, Corey at Random, teaching you how to make videos. You lose all trust, right? People aren't going to like that. So how can I make sure that I can read and move my eyes to read without moving my eyes to read? Okay, here's how you do that. Movement, okay? I talk like this, and I talk with my hands, and I look off to the side, and I think, and I come back to you. As long as it's not like 100 miles an hour, distracting. But if it's a natural conversation, remember, you're talking to one person when you're filming. One person, and that is it. Just you. So I want to make sure that I am talking only to you. And when I do that, I'm going to talk naturally. I'm going to talk with my hands, and I'm going to look away, and I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh. Do that. Because by doing that, my eye movement will be hidden with all of this movement of my face and my head and my hands and my natural gestures. Okay? So you want to make sure to do that. Also, sometimes you're going to talk really fast, and you're going to be waiting for your text to come up. You're like, oh my gosh, I talked too fast. Well, I can look away and come back, so I just had an idea, and I can do those kind of things, and it will hide that movement, okay? All right, I'm going to click this button right here. We're going to bring the teleprompter back. Doesn't matter what teleprompter you're using. I'm going to click down here in CapCut and go to 3 seconds because I just want to make sure I have more time. Now, I'm filming here. filming here. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully it goes well. I did write this, but I haven't really read it in a while. So we're going to just see what happens. Okay, here we go. I'm going to hit record. It's going to do the countdown. I don't have to rush. I can wait a second. Welcome to your ultimate guide to mastering social media video. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a small business owner, or a budding influencer, we're here to help you level up your video game, build a powerful brand, and unlock the big money potential of your online presence. From camera confidence tips to content creation strategies and insider secrets, this channel is packed with everything you're going to need. Then I hit stop. Apparently I didn't copy all the text, so I had to make up the last part. But did you see how as I talked, I moved around? There was even a part in there where I don't know why it said we, it should have said I, because I'm kind of doing it, but then my brain shut down for just a second. But even by moving and coming back, I was still able to keep that focus. Now, I'm going to hit this little button right here in CapCut. After I do that, I'm going to hit this button. Going to show me. There, I'm talking away. I'm going to hit the save button, and now it is saved. Okay? Oh, and I can sign up for a 36% discount. Awesome. Now, once I've hit saved, there's things I can do with that. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that back here in CapCut. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to hit new project. Okay? And then I'm going to bring that video in. There it is right there. Boom. Here it is. Okay? Now, let's trim it up. Okay, so I'm going to slide over to right where I start talking. Right there. I just can tell. I'm going to click on that line. Now, once you see when I click on that line, it highlights in white. Right now, it's got a white outline. At the bottom, I'm going to hit split. Right, split. Yay! I'm going to select that first part. That's the part I don't need anymore. I'm going to hit delete. Right, so we got that gone. Then I'll come to the end where I stop talking. And then I'm going to about there, boom, and we're going to delete the last part. Now, there's more things I can do with it. I could add captions and funny graphics. I could make it zoom in, zoom out, do a whole lot of things. We'll do that in other videos. But now, once I hit export, I'm going to hit export, but I'm going to change my quality. I'm just going to make it 1080. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to hit save to device. Let's see how that does. Hopefully that doesn't change my screen capture. And boom, now it's done. It is ready to go. And now I can export that, right? Now remember to, beginning of your videos, people only watch videos for 1.7 seconds, the majority of people. It doesn't count to a view until you've hit 3 seconds. So the first part of your video needs to be rolling, right? It needs to be going. That's why I start immediately with me talking. That is how I train and teach people to use a teleprompter. Now, I have done hundreds of hours of teleprompters, and I used to get in trouble because I made it too professional. So I've had to work on making it more natural, more like I'm just talking to you, and it's just you and I having a conversation through the teleprompter. So you want to work on that. That is something you want to make sure that you get a hold of. Did I have my phone off that whole time? You want to make sure that you are connecting. Take your time, slow down. You'll have to play with the speed. You'll have to play with the size of the graphics, but you can do that. If you're wanting to learn how to make social media video, if you need camera confidence, if you need someone who can help guide you patiently step by step, be sure to follow me, like this video, join my private groups, all of that. We're getting it all set up into one place so that I can help you, and then we'll start making some super fun videos. But here's what my challenge is to you. Start making videos, start posting those videos, get used to doing that, and then there's amazing things we can do from there.